Alright, welcome back. So today we got the Xmaxx out. We're going to give it a little rip. It's a little warm today, but I haven't been able to get away from this warm weather. So we're going to run it and see how it does. Hopefully it doesn't overheat. I'm sure it's going to. See if my light kit still works, even though it's sunny today. Yep. We're going to give these tires a rip and see if they'll last. It is a hot day. It's going to soften up the tires. It's 95, I think, today. But we're going to see how this thing acts. I did bring the Max Slash just in case. Sounds nice and smooth. No bearing squeak right now, but I'm sure that'll change here in a minute. Nice and smooth. Just checking the bite of these tires. Steering's really, really good. You can hear all the gears are sounding really nice. Bearings are sounding really good. Went ahead and serviced them all. Remember, I serviced the diffs. Check the shimming of the spur and the pinion. Double check that. I do have the upgraded washers in here, and I am still running the pins. It's funny how you can tell with a lighter set of tires how much faster the RC feels. We'll get to jumping here in a minute, but it just, the light trigger pulls and the drifted, I can tell how light it feels, and the grip's not too bad, especially on this asphalt. Nice steady little jump. Brakes feel good. Rotation definitely is a little less, but the J concepts were the same way. You can hear the tire screeching. It's trying to bite. Too much trigger on that one. So there's the green washers for the motor. It's one thing I do recommend is to run your pins. Don't eliminate them, even though Traxxas says you can. On hard crashes, you will move that motor and the mesh will get tight, even with the washers. So I run the pins, and you're able to pry and get the mesh correct. Just don't rely on the pins. You'll still have to put a screwdriver or something in there and push the motor to get your shimming proper. And like I said, there is no pin table for a 44-2 spur, because I'm running in this one, I want to say is a 25-44. Which, if you go by the chart, you can run a 46, I think 25 is whatever the maximum is. It might be 27-46 pin chart. Whatever the max gearing is on that chart, you can put your pins into that and then run the 44 to 25, and that adjustment will be really close. Remember, they didn't have a 44 tooth spur available for the Xmaxx or some of the other RCs. It came out for the Max Slash, but it works in the Sledge. It'll work in the Xmaxx, the XRT, the Max Slash. It's the same style spur. Nice little breeze out here. At least we got a sock on the camera for audio. But it is extremely hot. So hot, having trouble breathing. Just trying to take it a little easy, make sure everything's installed right. I haven't ran in a little while, so just trying to get used to it. I have multifunction to 0, so I have control. Tires are feeling pretty good, a little rough. Really good grip. You can tell that the tires don't rotate as well. But I have really good control, which is important. Oh. I should have brought my speed meter. just to see how these things do for speed. It is a hot day. And I'm really overworking the ESC and the batteries in this heat. The batteries in this heat really want to discharge really well, and the ESC just wants, and motor wants to start cooking. Pretty cool. A lot of control. So we're gonna let it cool down a little bit because I've been ripping a lot of full triggers, just constant, steady. Landings are good, shocks are feeling good, control arms are feeling good, steering's feeling excellent. Probably because I've lubricated everything up. Nothing's binding right now. See the chevron pattern in the sand. Which that's something I liked on the Xmaxx, is those chevron tires that it came with. Perfectly straight, no wobbles to any of the wheels. That's telling me the tires are perfectly mounted up properly and the wheels are molded properly, which I do like. You can always tell on a cheap set of tires when you get a wiggle back and forth that the molding to those rims just isn't very good. All the drive axles are straight, still sounding really good for an Xmaxx. I'm really happy with the way it's sounding right now. As you know, this one brand new out of the box made a lot of gear noise. Turned out it was that Cush Drive idler gear to the center diff was super tight, and I shimmed it, and it's pretty much been good ever since. Rolls so well right now, even with the light tires. Like I could tell you can tell that it's literally a lot lighter, and the RC's happier with the lighter wheels. Now it's just longevity. Will they last? Especially with these low profile sidewalls on the tires. When you're hitting stuff, it tends to ruin the rims, crack them. And destroy the tires. Somebody was asking me on my gearing. Oh, there's the pinion. It's one thing I did not check, is what was the pinion tight. The motor's getting so hot right now that that it slid back. Yep. I did not check the pinion. So we're gonna get to the car, we're gonna check that real quick. And I know it's because the motor's getting real hot right now. Get my toe strap. So all I do, take your belt off. I don't know how many of you still wear belts, but I wear a belt every day. So we're gonna just pull this back and hope my pants don't fall down to my ankles, because they are sliding down. I'm gonna get it into the shade and disconnect these batteries, try to save some battery life. But this is definitely an easy way to take your large scale RC back to the car. Disconnect these batteries and feel this motor. Yeah, the motor's got some heat to it. These extreme temps. Turn off my remote. Gotta use my hand to hold up my pants. Look at that. My tow rig. Ooh, it's a hot day. My tow rig. All right, we'll see you guys back at the car. All right. Hot weather has killed the Loctite. Now the XRT has stopped this because they put a idler bearing so the gear can't slide back. Perfect position. Yeah, this motor shaft is warm. There we go. Every time I'm at this park, I hear fire trucks and ambulances, and I mean, it's not like the station is really close to this. Probably a lot of fires going on today. This body, poor body. I'm gonna have to order up a new body soon. I have spares, but not this rock and roll or whatever this is called body. Don't hit the trigger like I just did. Look, the light's still on. Oh, I just didn't plug in the back. Doesn't have a lot of side bite, so it does some drifting. No rolling over. A lot of smoke coming off the tires. It is extremely hot. These low profiles let it drift rather than bite. Not much flex on the sidewall. And the tires aren't ballooning too much, which I'm impressed with. Impressive. Look at the turning on this. That's so good for an Xmaxx. Remember, I did put the upgraded X steering servo in here from Traxxas. And I tuned it. Oh, I wanted to see if it would wheelie. I didn't think it had that much bite. Has a lot of bite. Remember, I don't have a wheelie bar on it. Because when you're jumping a lot, wheelie bar gets in the way and causes you to crash. But that's what the roof skid is for. As you see, no overheating issues, but I don't run it full trigger back and forth for 10 minutes, 20 minutes on end, you know. It's more like short burst of trigger power, and then just let it cool for a second. Now I'm not taking it super easy. It's not getting in the way of anything I'm trying to do. But it's the way I run. I run on, you know, dirt, that kind of stuff. Look around, line up for my jump, hit the jump once or twice, and then move on. I'm not continuously half triggering or full triggering the RC. And I think if you do run it that way, it probably will temp cut. And I have had it temp cut on certain days, especially when I'm running hard and crashing hard. Today with this heat, I'm just taking it a little easy. Not easy in the sense on the way I'm treating the RC, just taking it easy on my trigger. Just because you have the power doesn't mean you always need to use it. I'm really impressed with this steering and these tires. I think with the heavier tires, it was limiting some of my steering. See, heavy on the brakes like that will also heat up your motor, so I try not to use the brakes. But there we go, my Xmaxx is back. I see the body just all crushed in the back. It's gonna do it. These packs have got to be pretty low now. I wanted to kind of see how it does in some of this loose dirt up here. How to do on a hill climb. Oh, there's that green stuff. Yeah, nice and easy. Doesn't even struggle. Yeah, I'm happy with these tires so far. We'll see how long they last. I will check the glue right out of the box. I haven't busted a bead yet. So far I'm about, I mean, I've done some full trigger pulls. I don't think I've maxed out the speed, but the tires aren't ballooning, which is keeping me in control of the RC. Right at myself. Gonna have to add that to the intro. Oh, that was a hard. I guess I got a lot of brakes in that. Didn't crack a wheel, I hope. That's where these low profile tires will crack a rim. But just take a look real quick. No impacts. No impacts. The glue seems to be holding. The inside is the one that normally comes undone. That one's got an impact on the inside on a rock. I think the hot day is helping the rims. See, that looks like a molding mark right there. It's got one there too. I don't know if that's molding or starting to crack. I don't feel anything. But they all have a line. That has a line there, a line there, a line there. It's like uniform, so I imagine that's part of the molding process. Yeah, this one does too. We're good. Sure I didn't crack the bulkheads. No, we're good. No hinge pins coming out. We're good. Starting to get a wobble on that left front. Could have a bolt coming loose. Even though I don't see one. But there we go. That's gonna end my day. I'm burning up out here. Xmaxx is back together, which I love. Now I can get out and rip on the weekends. At least now I can get out and rip on the weekends again. Have my, call this my abused Xmaxx. It's just a standard Xmaxx. I do have both Ultimates. I just don't run them as hard as I run this because I have an Xmaxx to rip. And I think the standard platform is definitely a lot stronger, especially when it comes to those steering links. That's why on my wide Xmaxx I had replaced those with standard steering links and not the aluminum links. But glad to have it up and running again. I'm gonna get out of this heat. Just want to make a short video. Still have the outcast that I need to put together. I still have the Creighton roller that I have everything for that I want to put together and at least make it a roller again. I do have electronics for it. I might stick in some electronics. I don't know if I have a receiver. I probably have a receiver too. But that's the next thing I want to do is get that roller all put back together because I got parts scattered everywhere from stripping that thing down, robbing parts off of it to fix my outcast, which left my Creighton in shambles. But I did order all the parts that I stole. Hopefully I can still find all the hardware and we'll get it back together. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Get out there, rip. Don't let the heat stop you, but take it easy. Hydrate. See you on the next one. I was way offline there.